Good morning to you. Good morning, beautiful family, beautiful radiant lights. I heard so much the last few days. Rise and shine, rise and shine, rise and shine. And yeah, we are rising. Our light is rising with the sun every day. And yeah, collectively, there's so many elevating. There's such light flooding the planet amongst the darkness. And when the light hits, there is no darkness anymore. It's like when we turn the light on in a room, the darkness is gone. So when we turn our light on, the darkness goes. But we need to turn our light on like the sun. Yeah. Let's watch her majestic rising with the water, the sacred waters. Attuning, aligning our breath with the ocean, our consciousness with the oceanic consciousness, our life with our consciousness, our life with the ocean, our ego with our soul. Span our wings and fly free. And the magical light coming through now. This is like every day it moves me to tears watching this glorious spectacle of the light coming on. This is how it moves me to tears. When the light comes on in another human, the remembrance, the seeing themselves for who they truly are. The divine in the human form. Opening up through our heart, we open up the infinity we see, we look into here. There's a beautiful sailboat on the horizon. Magical time for sailing. So divine to be out there with the water, the dolphins, the whales. So beautiful. And the wind. Yeah. So the light just breaks through all the layers. Just like our inner light breaks through all our layers, all the layers of conditioning that is inevitable, that was inevitable as we grew up. We were just sponges and being conditioned. It's the epigenetic layer as well, on top of our genetic. Epi means over. Most are familiar with that now, that our environment, our belief systems plays a huge part in our health, our body, our life, besides our physical genetics. We are also restoring our DNA to the highest level. It is really elevating and upgrading the powerful technology we have with our physical body. We were given these bodies, these incredible instruments to be here on this planet, walking and living in our bodies. Our bodies are our houses of our soul, the garden of our soul, the temple for our soul and spirit, through which we express and live and move and serve all of life, serve love. Oh, very important to attune the eyes to the rising sun, to the morning sun, letting the light fall into the eyes and through the eyes into the core of each cell, and that together with the ocean, the sounds of the waves and the movement, the tide, this is the movement of love. And we are love. We are an expression of that, of love. And source energy, you know, the transition of the Pope right now is also standing for that. We don't need a middleman. We don't need anything in the middle on our way to source. We can go directly to source. It's also not a one-man God sitting there up there in the heavens. Source energy is God energy, and it's in everything. It's in us, and we are it, and it's in the ocean, it's in life. It's the current sea of love. Oh, let's look that fully into this rising sun. Yeah, that is source energy. This is source in every water drop. There's God in every light ray. Source, God, Great Spirit, whatever we name it. You know, people fight about the name and so on. Wars have erupted because of an ego fight about what to call source energy. And people claiming their God. They want to own and possess even source energy and think they know better or have more rights to source than another one with different beliefs. Such nonsense. It's all one. It's all source energy. It's all God, and we are an expression of that. We are as much an expression of it as every drop of the water is, and as this sun is. We are that. And this is what we are aligning to and directly connecting with. We go directly to source to realize that we are source itself. And we move with life. That's the aligning to source. It's a process. It involves shattering all the constructs, all the belief systems, surrendering the ego and just being in service to God, to Source, to life, to love. Because Source is love, energy. And it's nothing outside of us. And it's all us appearing in different bodies. There's a different part of me. There's different parts of me, of all of us. Yeah, that insect that just flew by is all part. We are all one. It's all part of the oneness. When we really realize that, the reality then a whole new life begins of ease and grace, surrender, and just being in service to love, to God, collaborating like these men, moving together, radiating their light together. The end of competition is here, and there's, like, as we are seeing, this is a contrast there. The light is on the left, the dark clouds on the right, whatever left and right is, but just in front of us. Because left and right is different from the other side, so yeah, our language. But this is like, yeah, light and dark merging into one. But the light is always behind it. Even when these clouds come now, the light is still there. This is us, always there, always there, always have been. Always have been and always will. Eternal. Let's drink to that. Deeply hydrating, working with the sacred waters. You wake our water body up, our sacred temple, hydrating, reviving, rejuvenating, lighting up through water, rebirthing through water, and alignment. Yeah, clearing pesticides out of our body, washing the fruit and the vegetables with it so we don't consume any of that. This is a very powerful vehicle, and I speak to it every day because it's part of this. It's a gift of God given to us to help us become who we came here to be. Helping us to align, to flow again. Yeah, to attune to the sacred medicine that water is. Yeah. Our oceanic consciousness returning. Switching it on. It has to come through the whole body, not just mind, not just a construct. And when I physically drink this water, the return to origin water, the Kangen water, that's what Kangen means and does, in my experience and many other people's experience, we restore our waters. It's a sacred medicine. Yeah, so right now, a lot of water medicine people are waking up, or the medicine men and medicine women are incorporating water in a very new way, and water being the medicine, the sacred medicine, the most sacred medicine. Of course, because we are water. We are water beings on a water planet. Yeah. So, it's very beautiful. Source communicating with us through nature. When we listen, we hear. And this is true when we put our feet onto the earth. We discharge any negative energy accumulated in us, and we draw in source energy through our body, through nature, with earth. That also helps us return to origin. Our oneness with nature helps us as well to remember and attune. Now, the many ocean people that are out here, that are surfing, sailing, walking, swimming, kayaking, the ocean tribe. Yeah. Be blessed. Sending you blessings and love out of this powerful portal to your light and the love that you are, to your remembrance. And I'm just completing this rebirth cycle, this current rebirth process that I shared yesterday, and the snake and Rosie's body merged, and then the snake slept all night, like deeply rolled up, but she looked rolled up. I'll share a picture of that later. She looked rolled up, elevated as well. Now we are elevating together, and her medicine is so powerful, and how she danced with the body, how she took it in, was very incredible. It's a very sacred process. But my body went through that wisdom the whole last weeks, the shedding, the rebirthing in and outside. It's been, yeah, quite intense and very full on. I think I began sleeping last night at 7 o'clock or so. It was very, very needed sleep. Now the resurrection, the coming fully to life again, and what I moved through my body physically, the layers I've healed and integrated in that process and transmuted for the collective. Yeah, it has been very, very intense. So, and yeah, often as mothers, we have to do many other and be many other things while we are in those processes. So, but it all belongs together. We are all doing that together, and the role, our mothering role, and us as mothers, now the love we hold and the work we are doing with our children as well. Our children are facilitating this process as well, and we carry another density to them. And I was a lot with my children over the last days. That was really necessary, or it wouldn't have happened. Now, a part of me just wanted to be like in a cave and alone and focused on that process, but it had to be that way. So this is different now to the cavemen and the cave women, or the gurus that sat in caves now and isolated. We often have to have our processes, or dark nights of the souls even, in the middle of the marketplace, in the middle of our families. And when the Kundalini energy rises naturally and comes online, we are always protected by life itself, by that energy that is in everything, by source energy. So we are never given more than we can deal with, even if we are stretched and expanded. That's why that happens, to expand us, and we can do anything. And speaking to that, there's a lot of forcing of Kundalini energy to awaken on the planet, and that can be very damaging. That can bring people to not cope, to totally fry. Yes, the mental asylums are actually full of that, full of people who have also on purpose activated the Kundalini energy. So when we let it gradually rise and awaken, also through water, through the ocean, through the earth, through the medicines of water, and we know that is happening anyway, but we don't need to force it, make it happen. We cannot make enlightenment happen either, enlightenment becoming lighter. We cannot buy or rush our ascension, our embodiment process. This is deep sacred work. And the work, most people associate work with doing work and rushing it and doing it, workaholics, making it happen, doing. And the embodiment work is surrender and stopping the doing and being and aligning with the flow, allowing to fall apart, allowing to soften, just allowing to be. And we cannot allow to be when we still feel that we have to do, something to be of value, that we have to do to prove, that we have to do, that we have to work to live. No, we have to live to be in service. It was totally distorted and the other way around. Or to be a certain way to be loved. No, we are loved. And when our light comes fully on, and we are who we are, radically authentic, wild and free, there's spirit speaking in the wind. Then we realize we are all of that we have always longed to be or looked for in another. We cannot buy it, we cannot rush it. It's not outside of us, nothing. It's only inside of us, in our hearts, in our souls. God, source, love, Everything is in there. So when we block the hearts to love because of someone who has broken our heart, which is also an illusion, we are blocking the flow. We are blocking our own flow to love. This is the same when we hoard love and lock it in only with this one person. Yes, you might choose to only be sexual with one person or to merge your body with one person, your life force with one person, but love is not limited to one person because we are love. That's the same as blocking the life force. Then you don't have to wonder if you are blocked and stagnant and tired and old, yeah, and molding in the stagnation of suffocation. So we are source energy. Source is love, and love is like the ocean, flowing. It is source energy, always flowing, that we are. We need to flow. That's also the same with wealth. If it's locked into a bank account, it's stagnating. That's outdated. It's meant to flow and be shared and be flowing like love that we are. So we are. Money is just love. Money is flow. Money is water. Money is love. Everything is aligning to the flow of water, which is source energy, which is love, which is flow. And we, in our feminine body, with our Shakti energy, we deeply know that. We deeply know that. But we were all distorted. So the resurrection of the divine feminine energy is returning that back. Bringing that to the man, bringing that to the masculine. We are rebirthing. Yeah, and we are both. Yes, we are predominantly in one gender, and there's gender fluidity now, because we are both. Yin and yang, and that full harmony. And then the body we are in. And the old roles dropping. And this is too what the birds are sharing with us. Yesterday when I was in the ocean, there was a flock of ibis flying above me. They're so beautiful, and they're very godly birds. It's also interesting that these birds are hated upon here in Australia by many people. They're called bin chicken, and they are hated upon and laughed about. They're very sacred birds. Very sacred birds. They stand even for God. Yeah, and when you see their wingspan, and I was lying under them, their shape, I also have so many feathers of them. I'm so connected with them. I've watched the parents raise their babies. I've caught one fall out of a nest. I have seen many babies, how they learn to fly. I'm with them. And they are all about communication as well, and collaboration. Hundreds of them gather every night in a tree together. Together they rise. Let me turn this around for the full. That's when we come fully online. So I was meant to speak now until the sun come fully above, come to the full rising. Let's rise with her, spreading our wings. So these ibis above me, the many yesterday, and they lifted higher up. They flew into the sun, and they were just engulfed with the light. I'm feeling that with me. I'm sharing that with you. This is us, our energy lifting up, merging with spirit. And I am talking here about, this is just source energy speaking through me. Source energy speaking through me to you, to wake up, your spirit, your soul, and the being that you are, the spirit in your body. Yeah. And some, you might not even make it here to the end because you switch off when you start scrolling and it's boring at the beginning. But through boredom we come to the key. Yeah, we have to go through the nothingness. I'm not just talking blah blah here, I'm speaking from love. I'm speaking from source to activate, to transmit this powerful energy. And feel free to share it with others so that this message gets spread. And we remember who we are as we are returning back to source in our bodies. We are returning back to source by connecting and by embodying our soul and our spirit, connecting through feeling with our body and through just opening. And our heart needs to be on for that. If it's blocked, we are blocked to source and love energy. And then we get stagnant and literally live buried alive and dead. Living buried alive means the heart is so locked, and some hearts are so locked you can't even get it open with a key or or something. So it's it's only source energy can open it, and we can help soften with the water and presence. And the divine will needs to be there for everybody. So have a magical day and keep rising and elevating and coming fully in, grounding into the body here on earth, linked in our light fully on. Beautiful birds just flying around here. Very magical morning to a very magical day. Wishing you the most magic. This day will never come again. So making the most of it, and so much love and blessings, and we are all together in the field. All sailing around and walking around and all part of the same source energy. And when we come together and collaborate together, really here in the physical, those of us who are aligned, magic unfolds. And we are radiating more impact out. So you know where I am. If you want to come into the physical, get in touch, and have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day.